Well, guys, week one is done. Some of you guys won, some of you lost. All I can tell you is every single match came down to the very end. Every single matchup. First of all, like usual, I want to congratulate the winners. We got Fraggle Wembley with a 113-point victory over Rumham. Get Some with a 1-point victory over Boober, overcoming the home field advantage. Centaurians beat Gabo by 1 point because of the home field advantage, 83 to 82. Barroom Heroes escaped Show Me Your TDs. That is the new name for Ball Me Maybe. At least you got the hint. You can't win fantasy football, boys, if you don't have a good name. Ball Me Maybe, you can't bring Katy Perry into the fantasy world. Are you kidding? It's bullshit. I'm actually ashamed that I even knew that song was by Katy Perry. Anyhow, Show Me Your TDs was the doormat of the week and allowed Barroom Heroes to win 83 to 81. And then last but certainly not least, sorry, computer's falling. Micah Despicable Me won 102 to 96. Actually, a lot of exciting ones. I was flipping through all the matchups as I was watching mine with anticipation. I know that actually the one Boober was, I think, like 14 points down, and then Tammy got a touchdown, and then another long touchdown to Damaris Thomas, and boom, he's 1 point away. And then, unfortunately for him, Denver scored a defensive touchdown, putting him out of reach, and they pretty much just sat on it the rest of the time, putting the end to his fantasy week. But like I said, 0-1, not the worst thing that can happen. Of course, you'd rather be 1-0, but again, that can't always happen, can it? Trophies. Of course, you guys know them. There's 5. I got some new pictures. I mean, like the ultimate score, which goes out to the highest score. And in week 1, it was me, Fraggle Rock, with 113 points without AP's 20 points. Y'all are scared now, aren't you, bitches? Upset special goes to Barroom Heroes for the previous matchup that I said that they won. Fantasy Hero for the highest scoring player goes to Rumham, and Matt Ryan's 31. Who would have thunk it? And all the Julio Jones. God, man, who would have thought Julio Jones would have taken over the number 1 role there? Oh, I know it's just over-exaggeration Monday and all this stuff. No, Julio Jones is there to stay. Number 1 receiver in Atlanta. Done. And League Doormat, the Screech Award. I actually found the Screech thing. I thought it was really good. I was pretty excited about it. And that is Show Me Your TVs, but he was Ball Me Maybe, and that's why he's the League Doormat. And then Bitch Slapper, maybe undeservedly so, goes to Wembley for bitch slapping the shit out of Ryan and Rumham. Not that he had a horrible week. It's just I had a better week. That's about it. And other than that, guys, it was a great week 1. I see trades are happening already. It's always happens after week 1, just because everybody over exaggerates, and either this player is horrible and this player is amazing now, and everything like that. I seen all the waiver pickups, and it was. I agree with a few of them. Don't agree with some of them, but what are you gonna do? Hopefully, I am so surprised. Can't remember his name right now, but the Washington running back who put up 3 touchdowns got picked up on waiver. I would have waited. I would have picked him up too if it was free agency. I don't know if I would drop myself down on the waiver wire, but I appreciate all you guys who did drop yourselves down on the waiver wire. So when someone a little bit who consistently actually does something, I can pick them up. Or if I get an injury, I'll have the number 1 pick, which I'll be quite excited about. Reason why I was surprised about the Washington running back is it's Mike Shanahan's defense or offense. I mean, like, he just doesn't stick with anybody. Everybody's like, oh yeah, they'll stick with him now. Well, the thing is, he'll stick with him until he has like a 30-yard game, and then, oh no, he's all used up, right? Anyhow, we have week 2 coming up. Week 2, of course, is going to feature, surprisingly enough, only one matchup between two winning squads. Both Despicable Me and Team Get Some are 1-0, so that's obviously a very, very high on the high list for being game of the week. And we have Gabo and Show Me Your TDs, who are going to be battling it out and not to go 0-2. 0-2, of course, not insurmountable by any means, but no one wants to start off 0-2. It just doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth. Either way, so we have the Despicable Me Get Some, Show Me Your TDs, Fraggle Gabo, Centaurians and Rumham, Boober against Wembley, and Barroom Heroes versus Dirshball. I must tell you, of course, you know I do my predictions and who's going to win. I said Centaurians over Gabo. Yes. Wembley over Rumham. Yes. Barroom Heroes over Balmy maybe, which I said was lame. Yes. Despicable Me over Dirshball. Yes. And I did miss Boober over Get Some, but I missed it by 1 point. I mean that's pretty damn good. I went 4-1 and almost I was that close to being 5-0. I was an Asian penis away from being 5-0 on picks. So listen to me, not to the ESPN ranking system. And like I said, they always rate way too high week 1. Everybody was slated to be in the hundreds and in the 120s and the 110s. And most of you ended up in the 80s or 90s. Only 3, well, it was 3, maybe 4 people hit 100, but most of you were in those 80s. Listen to Daddy, guys. All right? Listen to Daddy. Anyhow, I'll see you guys around the matchups.